John, you must be thrilled. What a performance. You talked a lot about contested possession over the past few weeks, and they turned that around.
Yeah, we got our nose in front with that, which was fantastic. Sometimes it's about the simple things in the game, and we're able to do it, and we're able to change the momentum during the course of the game a few times during the course of the quarters, which was something we're also after. So it was just a fantastic effort.
It's a young team coming through, but is that the Swans regaining their identity and about what they stand for, how they play?
Yeah, it's not going to be as consistent as we'd like. We've only six players tonight over 100 games, and a lot of players under the 48 game mark. There was just look at the key forwards versus their defenders. I think their defenders have almost 350 games, and McCartan and Blakey played 25 or 26. So we're not going to get it right all the time, and we're striving to get it right and get that style of footy embedded in the way we go about it.
They did some special things tonight, and Nick Blakey, for an 18-year-old, the poise and the vision that he shows, the nous is quite incredible. You've got a talent there.
Oh yeah, we knew that. He's a competitor too, which is handy. He's got talent, but he's also a massive competitor. So when he gets a bit of size on him, he's going to be a reasonable player. But when you've got he and Tommy McCartan running around as your two key forwards, it's exciting. They're not going to win their contests every time they go near the ball, but we think for the future of the footy club, we've got a couple of handy ones there that can help us out, and that's really important.
What's his position when he gets a bit of size? Because he's handy around the ball too.
Yeah, he's very good around the ball. I mean, I think he'll play a few different positions when he gets going. He'll be able to play. He'll be able to play wing. He'll be able to play midfield if he needs to. He'll be able to play key forward if he needs to. So, I think that those two, and then you've got Lear and Melican at the other end. Two key forwards and our two key defenders haven't played a lot of footy between them, but I think going down the track they should be okay.
How's yours?
Or just drama in the last 5 minutes? How are you handling it all?
Well, it's what it was. I mean, it's just I thought we scrapped it out pretty well when we had to, so that was really pleasing. We had a real crack at it, and once again we don't get it all right. But a couple of things we'll look at we didn't get right, but most of it we got right.
Yeah, watched the last 15 seconds or so in the shot after the side.
Yeah. No, I was watching it. I was thought he was a chance of kicking it from that distance as well, but no, it was good.
You were close to that last tackle to see a young player
Yeah.
being able to do that in the last minute or so of the game. It must be more pleasing, I guess, his goals and marks.
Yeah, look, he's that's a competitor. He rose to that occasion and laid a really effective quality tackle for us, and he's just a great kid to work with. He understands the game really well. I've noticed being on the bench he's really in tune with the game. He's as Hayward and Florent and those other younger blokes are as well. So those young boys, we think we've got a reasonable future, but we're not going to get it right every week, but got it right majority of the time tonight.
John, what do you think of Dawson's game tonight? Provided the focal point up forward, got those 2 goals.
Yeah, he's another player that's coming through that's been pretty good for us this year. There's some different names,
Unknowns.
that we've sort of rattled off, and he's another one that's making his mark. And those boys keep getting opportunities and keep improving. That's what we're after.
Just, I know there's different types of big wins, but how big do you think this is in terms of being a confidence booster, and for a young group?
Oh, look, it's important to be able to win. It's handy to be able to show that we can change momentum during the course of the game, even with a younger team. To be able to do that's important. And if you get your nose over the line, it's a good sign. But we go next week down to Tassie, and we've got another challenge. It doesn't stop, and that's the thing you've got to understand. As a younger player, it doesn't stop. It starts again next week, but you've also got to enjoy those moments in footy, because it's a tough caper, and you've got to enjoy the tight wins when you can.
You're in a very different position as a coach this year, and it's a different kind of challenge for you. Has it been a big relief for you tonight just to get this one? Yeah,
it's different. It's different. We understand that. There are if we're comparing the teams, it's just different in games and the whole thing. But it's been, there's some really good signs. There's some good young players coming through. We've been inconsistent this year so far. We haven't had the wins, but we've been pretty competitive at different times during the course of the game. But we've just dropped away. Tonight we didn't drop away, and that's the lesson to come out of it. Is that it's a full. You got to keep going. You got to put the foot to the floor because the opposition aren't going to stop, and that's the lesson to come out of it for our team.
John, you're spending a lot of time at the boundary rather than in the box. Is that because of the rule change with the runners, or because you got a young group, or both?
We've got a different group now, and I've got to be. I said it a few weeks ago. I'm evolving as well, and we've got a different team now. I'm looking at different people, and than what I was 12 months or certainly 2 years ago. But they're a really good, young, exciting group too, and I've enjoyed that part of it. Just coaching those, talking to the players face to face. I won't do it every week. I mightn't do it next week if it's in Tassie. It's a bit cold, but I've enjoyed that element of it, and I don't know whether it makes a difference or not, but. We have got a different younger group, and I've enjoyed working with them.
Guys where John Luke Parkey,
Yeah.
captain, was really physical early.
Yeah, he was.
His last quarter on
Huge.
Fantasia. Kennedy.
Huge.
Those three guys in particular.
Yeah, the captains you just mentioned have, they feel it as much as anyone when you're not winning, and they led from the front tonight. All three of them were super. Inside, the boys inside really were good and crashed in, and set a real tone in there. And Ramps was terrific as well. They wear it as well.
How's Sam Reid? He walked off a bit gingerly.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether he got a knock or it's on his hip flexor, so I'm not sure what it's like. He got a knock earlier in the game, so I don't know whether it's related to that or not.
Partly sore as well from that knock last week.
Yeah, he was a bit sore during the week, but he got himself up. He's pretty tough, little plumber, so he got himself up and going, and he's so important for us. He's just such a live wire and really hard at it, and so he's been good.
And how's Isaac travelling? He's playing. Is his ankle still troubling him? Or?
He's got a couple of sore spots, but he's pretty hard as well. And to his credit, he trains. And how are you, mate? Yeah, I'm good. But he's got a couple of sore spots. But that's the sort of competitor he is. He just doesn't make excuses. He just gets out and gets it done, and works hard. But we understand how he's going physically, but he's pretty tough.
Any thoughts about giving him a week off, or
not at the moment, no.
Kieran obviously came back now, and just judging by what was being said on Twitter and on the telecast, that he might have been out of it for a little while there in the second quarter in terms of concussion.
I only go by the doctor, I don't go by Twitter.
Oh no, but Twitter from what the commentators were saying and what might have happened on the field.
With what, sorry?
With his concussion, was he badly concussed? And he obviously came back from it.
No, he did a test and came back on here, so he's fine. I think that was
Are you thinking Lance will play next week, John, or is it?
I don't know. I really don't know. I'm hopeful, but there's no certainty at the moment. So he's got he didn't do what he needed to do on Wednesday, and therefore he didn't get through. So I'm hoping he's able to ramp it up again Monday. Clearly it's been 3 weeks now, and we've got to get this one right.
George, you did a good job on Shield early, chopped him out, then you switched him to Merritt, pretty much did the same.
Yeah.
How do you make those decisions about which one to send him, when to swap?
Well, we don't want to do that all the time because the blokes he's playing on have still got jobs to do, so we don't want to just put George to whoever's a hot one and let the other one off the hook. So we're mindful of that. Every team's got good midfielders, a group of good midfielders, so we've just got to make sure that we play good two-way footy, all of us in there, not just George, all of us, and that's important that we do that. George has got a unique ability to be able to do that, and he's very good at it. But we've just got to make sure the whole midfield group's like it as well.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.